O 309, April 3rd, 2026, right now marks 2,275 hours of progress on a global horror simulation. Currently, a heat map has been created in order to visualize the distance of voxels from a specific point. Currently, the origin point is the center voxel of the front face of the grid, and what is being done is tracking voxel's distance from that in order to determine a order to traverse the voxels, as currently there's an issue with the line of sight code in which traversing a grid normally using traditional iteration does not work very well, in that can lead to issues in which a child voxel checks the parent voxel, but because the child is checked before the parent voxel can check its parent, that child voxel checks the parent voxel and it's not detected as blocked yet, and so the childs are not blocked. And so the intention going forward is to root out and solve the cause of that, as the current cause of that is traditional iteration through a grid, as traditional iteration might start at a certain x value and then go up to a certain y and then go over to the next x and then up to the next y, but that doesn't work in determining line of sight against a 3D grid, as the way this works is that the voxels along the edge find the nearest voxel that blocks them, and so they need to be sort of traversed from the front face along the center and then determine which ones are blocked. So the intention going forward is to use heat maps in order to ensure that different containers for sorting voxels based on their distance are being implemented properly in order to make sure the line of sight system is able to be made to function accurately for fully three-dimensional line of sight blocking for voxels, in order to have a 3D fog of war system that can have line of sight and support for elevation and multiple floors and leaving a persistent trail